discussed through the language of cooperation, connectivity, investments. As you may know, we are talking about an investments project that involves some data says around $60 billion USD dollars, so it's a lot of money. But those dimensions are not the only one, and especially usually you will read articles discussing about the China-Pakistan corridor and talking about the language of cooperation, connectivity, and so on and so forth. But what I wanted to do, and the original part of my research paper, is the fact that we shouldn't look only at the kilometers of roads, megawatts of power, or volumes of trade, but we need to search for another story. And that story is how his infrastructure redistribute environmental burdens, public cost, and political voice across local communities. So, first of all, to let you have any idea of the structure of my presentation, I basically divided the presentation in 4 parts. In the first one, I will introduce the CPEC as a flagship corridor of the Belt and Road Initiative. I will then set out the thesis, so how cooperation between China and Pakistan should be assessed through climatic justice and not only through economic performance, as I've said before. And thirdly, I will use 3 case studies that we will see later: Gwadar, Kuala, assets, and basically the Northern Corridor. And finally, in the last part, I will turn to law and reforms and basically do my job and see how all of this is regulated in the international framework and also in the European framework. So the main point is not just to reject cooperation, but to ask what kind of cooperation is legally, socially, and climatically sustainable. So let's switch with the first slide. So CPEX likes Gwadar on the Arabian links Gwadar on the Arabian Sea with Western China. If you don't know, Gwadar is basically one of the main commercial ports in Pakistan near Karachi. And it basically, the CPEC links the port of Gwadar on the Arabian Sea with Western China, basically linking through to the Xinjiang region and through the Kuranji Strait.